Hello.
Hello, Joey. How are you doing in New York?
Good. How's it going out there?
You haven't gone out today?
How's it going out there?
I see. But we were talking about things.
Yes.
I'm in the process of establishing that I have Asperger's for the court, and they had no business putting me on trial anymore. The same, or rather unavailable for trial, would be a retard. They have classified Asperger's patients as those who are either schizophrenic or are severely moderately retarded.
Okay.
And those are violations of my civil rights not to have. They have to try people who are sane. They have to. You can't hold somebody. The moment you say not guilty by reason of insane, well, guess what? Also, Asperger syndrome people, or the name in which they use beforehand, it's pathetic. You just can't try them that way. And I know this partly because other people have won the case on Asperger syndrome and retardation. They've won in the sense that they had to be sent home.
Right.
Give it dismissed. We're going to forgive you, you know?
Right.
We're going to forgive this case, what we're doing. But that's not happening. In your letters, they're very interesting, by the way. I'm wondering, I wrote your letter wondering about giving me further can you gain more information, such as Vicky lives in Michigan nowadays. So my question is, one, is she living there by herself? And if so, that's one thing. If not, with whom is she living? Besides her mother, I'm not going to be tripping too much, but I'm curious. And if she's not living with anybody besides her mom, I should perhaps like to be able to talk to her. She's supposed to be divorced and all that, but I'm not trying to run her into a grave. I just want to find out some things.
When was the last time you spoke with her?
2000, the year 2000.
Okay.
You know, if it's been that long, sometimes I'm trying my case as in with a goal to go home. Screw everybody because they don't want to be in my way, but I'm trying to go home. I don't plan to be here forever. I didn't intend to do what they claimed I intended to do, but how do you prove one way or another that you did or did not do what you say or what they say you did? It's ridiculous. Because there's always, you know, I might converse with you about going robbing a bank. You and I then go down to the bank. We happen to have our guns with us. We go into the bank and change our mind. There were 13 cops in this darn bank. Boom, boom, boom. Whatever it was, we changed our minds.
Right.
And the definition of being a person is...
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I tell you that all the time. I try convincing them that I'm Santa Claus, but they don't buy it.
Right now,
I would like to...
Go ahead. Have you had... Now, I saw your psych report when you were admitted, I think in 2009, I want to say. I saw a psych report there. Have you had any diagnosis, official diagnosis? Have you had an official... Michael, have you had an official diagnosis of Asperger's? Has the doctor said that?
Yeah, that's one of the things I was going to find out if you're able to hunt down a little bit. I'm looking for my diagnosis as it was at Metropolitan State Hospital.
Right.
I should like to have a copy of that, which you'd have to pretend that you're you, I would guess. Or not.
Now, have you seen the psych report that was done in 2009 on you from the psychiatrist?
No. Oh, yeah, I have seen it, actually. One of the doctors basically stated that I'm not fit to be at trial. That's how I understood one. The other one basically said, you know, whether or not there's anything little going on over here, there's nothing much to be going on. It's not going to make him not guilty by way of insanity.
Mm-hmm.
It just won't do it. And the judge had an option. just like this. Either grab a hold of the DA statement or grab a hold of mine. You know? Well, if it favors me, if it has a flavor of favoring me, they weren't going to try to do that, you know?
Right.
Every time that you ever win on those, huh?
Okay, go on.
Hello.
I'm here.
The only way you win is if the judge happens to agree with you. You really appear as this problem. I'm going to try to find autism in the notes, in the diagnostic notes, and if not, either just patient notes,
right,
and in those notes, a discussion on Asperger's syndrome. If I can do that, or severe enough schizophrenia, I'll be able to have a psychiatrist look at it and say, yeah, you can this looks like a misdiagnosis. The doctor at the juvenile, the doctor at the court, whatever his name was, I don't have it in my face.
Right.
Made a bad diagnosis. Period. You know. I doubt that the psychiatrist here will actually work in my direction anyway, but then again, there's definite bias there also. I mean, the prison, their prison, he works here.
Right.
They work for the Justice Department. They're not going to side with you unless you really have an obvious problem. Something that they've tested for year after year.
You know, when you got arrested, another 50 men also got arrested. And 50 other men got arrested the weekend you got arrested.
Right.
All of them got very short prison sentences, except for a guy named Thomas Bodnar that had a previous rape conviction, and I think he got 15 years. But most of the other ones got.
Hold the thought. Backpedal for a moment. You were starting to get very blurry over here.
Oh yeah.
So I wasn't understanding what you were saying.
There was only one other gentleman that got a long prison sentence, and he had a previous conviction for a rape, and he got 15 years. Most of the other men got probation to 6 months for that crime.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I was one of the persons that had a rape.
Right. Now you had a couple previous convictions, if I'm right. You had two before this?
Huh?
Did you have two convictions before this one?
In total, yes. I don't think. The other one is nice. Which way do you really want to look at it? Because the name of the drug is, or one of them, it was an annoying of the adolescent or a minor.
You were a minor?
That can be read any way you basically want. And basically, if I told the guy to go fuck off, I could have annoyed him, and you'd get me arrested for what would end up being a misdemeanor. So we can play around with it all they want. No, there was a rape, as I said.
Okay.
I'm ashamed of that. But...
And that was when you were an adolescent? Which one was when you were an adolescent?
Which one what?
Which one happened when you were an adolescent? What was that charge? The charge when you were a minor, what was that for?
Oh, when I was a minor? No, that shouldn't count against me anyway, but okay.
Okay.
I had a similar charge, I think it was, to the one I currently do time for.
Right.
But that was changed when I completely, as far as I know, it's completely I don't see him. Yeah. You were talking to me? Thank you. Anyway, so when the juvenile time came and went, and there was no other thing to do with me, they always discharged it because I was a ward of the court.
Right. Okay.
You know.
So there was just one conviction as an adult.
Yeah. Okay. So you're older than 21 years old.
I'm over 21. Yes. Yes, I am.
And what is
There's
it
no
that
kidding me.
you profess? Yeah. You said there are a number of people that were very
now
curious.
when you got arrested, when you came in that house, did you think Chris Hansen was police? Did you know who he was?
I don't have. Did I think what?
The person that interviewed you in the house. Did you know he was a television personality, or did you think he was police?
No, he made it very clear that he's Chris Hansen, blah, 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 blah. I was talking to him relatively plainly.
Right.
And then to the cops, now that I'm under arrest, I can now demand that you have a psychiatrist, or rather a lawyer, sit
right.
here while I go ahead and answer your questions. And guess what? That never happened to me either.
What never happened?
I never got an attorney until I was. Well, I got an attorney, but I wasn't going to have one right away, was I? The cops wanted to interview me then and there.
Right.
Okay, and I'm going to have to make a job in 15 minutes. So I have to get off the phone here. Okay, do me a favor. Understand? Yeah, understand that I was never listed, and I am her, or was her son. So.
Right.
You have 30 seconds remaining.
All right, I'm going to let you go.
Okay.
Might be a big one, would you?
Will do. All right.